My hair looks like shit, so I apologize in advance. But like, yeah. Okay, so I wanted to share my coming out story because I never like told anyone in person with a lot of detail. So I wanted to do that now and kind of see like the feedback or whatever, and hopefully help people. So yeah, um, I guess the bulk of kind of when I realized that I was gay and discovering it was in middle school, which I think is normal for a lot of people. Um, so yeah, I came to the conclusion in eighth grade, and before that, like of course I always had an attraction to guys, even in like elementary school. But I always thought that was a phase and that I was gonna get over it, but I didn't. So, um, up until eighth grade, I just kind of denied it to other people, and I still did after that. But of course, like I told myself that I was gay because I mean it was kind of obvious because I just thought dudes were hot, which they are. But so yeah, and I remember when I um like told it or thought it to myself or whatever. I remember I was sitting in class and I was so distracted because I just couldn't get my mind off of it, and I was also thinking about like my future and like worrying about everything, like what if I lose a lot of friends or um like won't be accepted all around or like have my rights taken away or something. um so you know those bad thoughts and such, but they go away quickly because um like usually soon after that a lot of people just are more realistic about it or something because um um yeah, don't really know where this is going. But after eighth grade, I was just like, all right, whatever. I'm gonna grow up and I'm gonna have a girlfriend. I'm gonna marry a woman and have kids and hide it and everything will be fine. But then, um, kind of in the middle of freshman year, I just knew that that was unrealistic and that just couldn't happen. So I wanted to, or I was planning on coming out, but I just didn't know when. I didn't have the courage to do it, but I really wanted to. So I was like kind of psyched about like when it would happen, that I don't know, like my life would get better or whatever, which it did. But um, I was still in the closet all freshman year, um, to my friends, even though it was kind of obvious that I was gay. But um, so yeah, and then on the last day of school, freshman year, or almost last day of school, my friend Brooke noticed that I was kind of like thinking about something, or I don't know, I just wasn't being my like myself. I guess I just wasn't, I was kind of being quiet and thinking about something, which she recognized, and she told me to tell her, or else like we couldn't be friends. And I'm sensitive about that kind of thing, about like people holding grudges and being mad at me, so I kind of had to give in. I had no choice, and I couldn't think of a lie that would be like good enough. So I just told her, and she was cool with it. So I was really happy about that. Um, and then, so I guess before that, I just wanted to come out like in a couple of years or maybe like wait to college. But because of that, I came out a lot earlier than I thought, and I'm so glad that I did because it made everything else easier. So that summer, I came out to a bunch of more friends at camp and stuff, and they were all cool with it. I don't think anyone wasn't, or at least anyone that I cared about. But yeah. Um, and then school came along sophomore year, and that's when I told all my friends at school, and probably in the middle of sophomore year, that's when everybody knew basically, and I was really relieved about it because I thought that, like walking down the hallways, that people would just like think I'm weird or just like know me as like the weird gay kid or something like that. Um, so yeah, but everybody except to me, no one like had a problem with it. I mean, there's a couple kids in our grade, I guess, who just don't like gay people, but whatever, they can like. But yeah, so I'm really glad that Brooke kind of forced me out. I know like some people hate that term, but I guess that's kind of what happened if I used it right, which I think I did. But anyway, so yeah, that's what happened, and I'm out to my parents. Oh yeah, my parents. Okay, so they were a lot better than I thought they would be. I knew they wouldn't like care, but um, so before I came out to them, they kept on asking me like, "Alex, are you gay?" Blah blah. Because I mean, I guess they were suspicious, and so I finally told my dad first at a restaurant. And how it happened was we were sitting there and I was talking about me like wanting to like go to the mall with friends or something. And I usually don't want to do that because I think malls are annoying, or I used to, because whenever I go with people, they just like go to stupid stores. But yeah, so he thought that was unusual, and he was like, "Why, Alex? Are you like trying to impress a girl?" And I was like, "No." And then he said, "Are you trying to impress a guy?" And he said that kind of like jokingly, I guess. And then I just murmured like, "Yes, I am." But um, so that's what happened. And then he kept on questioning. He asked like questions about it, but he was really cool with it. And then that night after we got home, he sent me a text because he lives somewhere else. My parents are divorced, but so he dropped me off and he texted me like this huge thing about saying like how proud he was and everything, and I was like really happy about it. So yeah, that was my dad. And my mom was also good about it, but she was a little like not as enthusiastic or whatever. I told her in a car, which is one of the top 5 rules of coming out: do not come out in a car ever. But I did. So she she didn't react at all because I guess she kind of knew all along. I even asked her after, like, was it obvious? And she said yeah. So it wasn't a surprise to her. So she asked questions, like my dad and friends and people, and life was good. So now my parents know, all my friends, yeah, and some other people. So and yeah, that's the story. So I'm gonna try to like do advice now or whatever. I'm really bad at advice, so sorry in advance. Okay. So what I said before about um, being like unrealistic about it, like when you first realize you're gay and you think to yourself, I can just hide it for the rest of my life, it won't matter, and stuff like that, that's not gonna happen at all. There's some people who come out when they're like 50 years old and have a family. So like you really just can't hide it your whole life. Like you go crazy or something. So it's normal to think that, and it's normal to like kind of just be really like kind of depressed about it and not be able to focus in school or whatever. But that like you'll get over that soon. It's different for everyone, I guess, but a lot of the people who I know are gay, who I've talked to, they said that they've been through that, and it like that passes quickly, and they want to come out soon, which is good. And you can. It doesn't matter when you come out. I guess you can be like in middle school or high school or college or whatever. But the younger you are, I mean, you should like you need to make sure you're gay first. But that'd be awkward if you weren't. You came out and you're like, oh wait, never mind. But anyway, um, the younger or the sooner you do it is better because like the more you wait, it's like the harder. Like it's kind of like procrastinating, I guess. Like you just don't want to do it, but you should. I'm really bad with advice. I'm sorry if this isn't helping, but whatever. Yeah. So cool. That's my story slash. I don't know. Okay. Cool. Thanks for watching. I hope I helped you or gave you some insight of my mind. Okay. Alright, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.